Within every situation in a public tribunal, municipal court, federal court, state court, county court, whatever type of venue you're at, there are unspoken etiquettes that act as the background theme and pace of things that you have to be aware of, and that affects what you're doing positively or negatively. And one of those unspoken etiquette is speaking too much. Whatever it is you're going to articulate regarding what is going on and what is not, do your best to reduce it to about 30 seconds to 60 seconds as best as you can. If you're doing things of the nature of quasi-criminal or criminal matter, and you're trying to say that's wrong, you don't have subject matter, personal jurisdiction, this and that, this guy didn't, and you start to tell stories, you don't have to do all that. Things you can say is as simple as this: there's nothing to argue about. There's no reasonable expectation that a crime was committed, is about to be committed, or is currently being committed. Totality of the circumstance and the preponderance of evidence does not favor the supposed plaintiff. All allegations has been denied. The constitutionality of this matter has been challenged. In order for you to proceed, subject matter and personal jurisdiction has to be proven, which has not been done. By virtue of that, I am moving for this matter to be dismissed. Accept your oath of office in accordance to the state and federal constitution, and I expect you to uphold the same. It doesn't have to be that exact verbiage and things of that nature. Whatever your subject matter is, whatever claim that you're bringing, don't tell stories. Don't say, well, they say they had a warrant, but they didn't have a warrant. How could they have a warrant if article this and that says this and that? They know about the articles and sections of Constitution. Trust me, they do. Regardless of whether that is, all acting judges act as law clerks. They act as attorneys first. They act as public defenders first, until they get the inside hookup and they become judges. It is the culture in there for them to first be lawyers and then become judges. And in rare cases, maybe smaller counties, you will find some acting judges who just don't really have any credential, but they have pecuniary interest and familiar relationships that assist them. And sometimes their Masonic halls and their Eastern Star halls and their Shriner halls and their other orders and sects that they're affiliated with just hooks them up. In some cases, you will find magistrates and acting judges that are absolutely incompetent. And those are really the best victims if you know what you're doing. But nonetheless, the etiquette is, don't be long-winded. Secondly, structure your words in a manner whereby it is one with your spirit. Do not regurgitate what anyone else tells you, because the spirit of your words is not going to meet their spirit. They talk about the spirit of the law, the spirit of the law. They're talking about the essence of you. If you're merely regurgitating what someone else tells you, then your spirit does not align with it, and they can feel it. They wake up every day and do this job. It's a job for them. They know when you're real with it and when you're just faking it. Yes, your intent is to be free. Yes, your intent is that you'd rather not deal with that circumstance. But evolve past regurgitation. If you need some assistance and someone to give you a hand, yeah, take that. But ultimately, add your own spirit to it. Another unspoken etiquette that affects everything is the fact that no matter what you do, whether it's done right or whether it's done wrong, no matter how it's perceived, right or wrong, they will always do their best at every moment to negotiate with you. Negotiation is not merely just the act of asking you, hey, can we do this, or do you think this is right or wrong, or can you settle for this? No. Negotiation oftentimes look like this. Hey, you, do you understand? Hey, you, don't do that. What we're going to do is this. And yeah, you can say all that all you want. It's not going to make any difference. Believe it or not, that's negotiation. Negotiation can be affirmative. No, you don't really have to go, no, you don't have to be long-winded and argue. All you have to just say that you deny. Everything they say, you deny, you object, you deny, you object. Of course, we've all heard, you have to follow up, you have to find out whether they admitted that objection or denied it, and then for what cause and grounds and things of that nature. Do that. But keep those verbiage very straightforward and simple. The less you speak, the more powerful you are when it comes to things of these nature. Especially if you're in their custody, do yourself a favor, speak as less as possible. But be firm with your words. Be swift with your words. Everyone's attributes are different. Some people naturally being swift with words come easier. Others not so much. However the words come in your spirit, use it. Because that is where your power is. You don't have to sound like anyone. You don't have to regurgitate what anyone tells you. Put it in your words. But one thing should be consistent. Be very simple. And really, truly, sincerely mean it when you say it. And be willing to follow up with it, actually. Don't just say, oh, this is all, you guys are criminals, this is tort, you're gonna be sued, this and that. Don't even utter those words if you don't know the first steps you're gonna take to really holding them liable. Don't go there. Don't create that reality. Because the words you're creating, the words you're uttering, is a portal that creates realities after realities. Changes the resonance in the air. Changes the links of thought forms in you and someone else. So some words are just best not said. And if really you intend to really hold someone liable, you want to let them know it's coming. It's the basics. You don't want to grant the opposing end any advantage by letting them know what you're going to do. That's another way they know you really don't know what you're talking about. Just keep things simple and straight to the point. Let your words be your sword.